Hey, it's Steve Tomaszewski back again. We wanted to say a real quick hi out to Loretta Palacios at Freedom to Rock. Loretta, you're live on the air with Major General Jimmy J. Wells and the entire staff here. Good morning. Tell us a little bit about Freedom to Rock.
Good morning. Freedom to Rock is a nonprofit organization that was created for our troops to bring in the gift of music directly on the military installations. We also work with the Wounded Warriors and the Navy, everyone. We work with everyone. We love you guys.
Well, you do a lot out there, especially with our friends at the United States Entertainment Force.
Yeah.
Loretta, this is General Wells. Loretta, I got to tell you, thank you so much for participating in such a way that is a benefit to every serving military person. And I know you hit a lot of veterans. That is just a great thing for all of our communities. And I got to tell you, I appreciate that as well, Loretta.
Well, I appreciate you because without you, I would not have the freedom to do anything in this world, in our country. So I want to thank you for your services that you've done for all of us Americans.
Thanks, Loretta. And that's Freedom to Rock. Give us that website one time. Let's get that plug in there. What's that website?
www.freedom2rock.org. And be watching out on our website. You'll see that we'll be bringing in some music real soon. We have some plans to do a charity concert for the VA in Fresno and San Diego, and also one coming up hopefully for the Navy. We're going to do that.
Go Navy!
and then late concert tour sometime in October, November. So keep an eye on it.
Well, and also we'd like to thank Freedom to Rock. They actually promote our site, and we appreciate that.
I love you guys.
How about a shout out to your friends and family and our troops around the world, Loretta?
I want to tell the troops out there that I'm here for you. I created this for you, and we have a lot of major artists that are out there to show their appreciation. And I also want to say hello to Die Hard Music, who will be helping us out, putting a show together for the veterans out the Veterans Administration Hospital out in Fresno and San Diego, and all the artists and Freedom to Rock members and the troops. I just want to say hello to everyone, and troops, come home safely, and I love what you do. I support you all the way, and I am behind you all the way.
Thanks, Loretta. We'll talk with you next week. Loretta Palacios.
Okay.
Loretta Palacios, modern technology, I should learn that a little bit. Command Sergeant Major, can you explain to our civilian group out there your status as what is a Command Sergeant Major to begin with?
It's next to God.
Okay.
All right, go ahead,
Okay.
Command Sergeant Major.
I'm the senior enlisted soldier in the 75th Training Division. I am General Wells' senior enlisted advisor. I'm sort of like he's the governor and I'm the sheriff.
Okay.
he makes he creates the policies and the guidance for the command for training throughout the year, and I see to it that they gets enforced. And also, I'm the standard bearer. I'm responsible for ensuring that the soldiers follow the Army standard. There's no half stepping, no shortcuts, and also I look after the soldiers' morale. Their EO, I make sure they get treated fairly. They all have an opportunity for advancement. They all know what the standards are. And I help them manage their career all the way up from enlisted E1 to Command Sergeant Major. So we have right now we have approximately 93 E9 positions in the 75th Training Division. So there's a lot of opportunity for advancement. So I help coach, teach, and mentor the soldiers all the way up the chain of command.
Now, when we say the 75th, is that just in Fort Sheridan, or where does that cover?
Sir, we are all throughout the United States. We're in 19 different locations.
Wow.
And right now, we're in 2 or 3 different countries training as well. So we're America's Battle Staff Training Division, and we train Army, compo neutral. It doesn't matter whether they're National Guard, Army Reserve, active component. We train everyone, and we train foreign services as well on how to get their staffs to integrate and work collectively as a staff.
Now we noticed something, and that on your bio, you had received a medal from NATO called ISAF, and the second part of the question is, can you explain to our folks out there Operation Iraqi Freedom that you were involved in? Is it 7 and 8, or is it? I'm sorry, 6 and 7, and what that means?
I was in OEF. I was in
Okay.
OIF 1.
Operation Enduring
And I
Freedom.
was in
Sorry, sir.
OEF 7 and 8.
And what is a 7 and 8? Why do they call it 7 and 8?
Those are just iterations, rotations. They rotate soldiers in and out. So in order to develop force packages, you have to you just number them. So that's all those.
Is that by year, or how does that go?
It's based on a 12-month cycle, but it's the soldiers. Like I stayed 9 months when I was in Afghanistan, but it was 3 months of train up.
We want to
and a
stop
9
the
month
show right there and say, welcome home, sir.
Thank you. Cool.
Welcome home. And that's important. We have a show coming up next week called Where's My Brother? And it's a Vietnam tribute. And even though the internet's great, this young man served our country in a combat zone. We always want to stop the show and say welcome home.
Thank you.
Can you tell us a little bit about the ISAF
That's
NATO? What is that?
That's a medal that the soldiers assigned to Afghanistan got. We fell under ISAF, and so you got.
What does that stand for?
It's the International Security Assistance Force.
Wow, and he can remember that. That's really something. On his bio, it's like this. It's like General Wells. Like, okay, keep looking at that. So the enlisted come to you. You screen them, you go through them, and you report directly to General Wells.
Yes, sir. If they have issues or problems, they feel like they're not being treated right, we have a chain of command, which is all officers, and then we have the NCO support channel, which is all enlisted. He's at the top of the chain of command, and I'm at the top of the NCO support channel.
Well, we know we had Command Sergeant Major Robinson on one of our first shows, and actually handed me a challenge coin. I was pretty teary-eyed over that. And, you know, here's a young man it's out there. I know, I want to say 30 years plus. It always comes out there. How about a shout out to your friends and families and your fellow brothers and sisters around the world?
Roger, I'd like to say hello and shout out to Sergeant Major Lonnie Allen, who's currently in Afghanistan serving right now, and to all the soldiers, sailors, Air Force, Marine, and Coast Guard folks serving our nation throughout the world. Thank you.
We're going to take a short break. We're going to be back with Colonel Burbos. Say it. Tell me how to say it right.
It's pronounced Burbulus.
Burbulus. Okay, sorry, Lieutenant Colonel Aycock. I said I'd try real hard. We'll be right back with the Soldiers Family TV and Radio Talk Show. SFTVR.com.